low and slow, a traditional barbecue technique. Today we see that turned on its head. We visit Hopeulikit, which is located between Statesboro and Hopeulikit, Georgia. We sit down with two of the owners, Kelly Lee and Kelly Anderson, to hear their tale. This is Tales from the Pit. Welcome here to Statesboro, and we are here at Hopeulikit and talking to the owners here. And I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
My name is Kelly Anderson.
And I'm Kelly Lee. So it's the two Kellys.
So tell me about this place. What is Hopeulikit?
Well, Hopeulikit is actually a community just up the road from here. That's been goes back to the 1920s. And so it's kind of a unique name. So when me and Kelly started thinking of a name to name the barbecue joint, it was just a natural. We like the name, you can play off, the Hopeulikit. So we thought it would be a great name, and I think it has been. So that it actually come from the community here is actually where the name come from. So.
And Kelly and his family happened to have the building and the property, and I had a little bit of barbecue know-how, and we just decided to, see if we could make a barbecue joint successful. And so far, we've been very successful. We've been up in about a year now, and it's been a great time working alongside somebody that I consider a good friend, and we've had a blast doing it.
Okay. So how'd you get into it? How did this place get created?
Right. Well, Kelly had been working at Georgia Pacific.
Paper mill.
Had been there for 20, 25 years and was kind of looking forward to trying to do something else. And I've owned my own business my whole career. And we were just sitting on our back deck one night just talking about different things and what we could do. And Kelly presented the fact that he had this property and this building that we could access, and asked me if I'd be interested in trying to sell some barbecue out here. And so we did some cosmetic changes. We built the smokehouse out back or to the side, and then did some cosmetic things in the dining room area. We had to pretty much build or convert the space in the back to a full commercial kitchen. And then we just opened up the doors, and ever since then, people have been coming. We've had a huge response from a lot of the local neighborhoods that are around the store. There's 5 or 6 significant neighborhoods, and they've all been very supportive of what we do. And then after a few months, we brought my brother in, who is a certified pit master who at one time had his own restaurant, and he kind of got burnt out of running that. And but he had been out of that for about a year when we asked him to come and be our pit master and work with us. And that's even enhanced what we've done even more. Matt has had a lot of experience on the barbecue competition side of things, and has won a lot of events and has placed in a lot of events. So he has a lot of knowledge about how to cook all sorts of different smoked meats and things of that nature. So he's really helped us even make our product even better.
My dad ran a peach orchard and for years, and this was originally known as Anderson's Peach Station. And he ran a produce stand here. And so that's where the actual property, he had bought this property to do that, and he ran a business here for years. And like Kelly said, he had to expand on that, why this building was here. He had just got out of that, and so like he said, our daughters went to school together, so that's how we met. And it just all came together, and you've heard the rest of the story,
Yeah.
more or less.
Yeah. So tell me more about your products. Like you guys, traditional barbecue is low and slow, and you guys are hot and fast.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what made you decide to go that way? And how do you do it?
Well,
Tell him the story of you guys going to the.
Well, yeah, like I said, when we first started competing on the competition circuit, me and my brother Matt, we would cook low and slow, and we would use a different style of smoker that that had a gravity-fed chute, and you would put a few pieces of wood at the bottom, and the coals would fall as they burned onto that wood and provide the smoke. And it was a great way of doing it. You could put the meat in there and kind of set it and forget it, and it would stay at a temp of about 225. But it would take you 10 to 12 hours to make that product. And when you're competing like that, you have to get there a day early, get everything set up, and it was just, it was really time consuming. And one time we realized that there was a guy that was cooking. Some people may recognize the name, I don't know. But his name was Myron Mixon. And he's won more barbecue tournaments than anybody else. And Myron cooks hot and fast. And so we saw his team kind of set up one day and noticed they weren't there. They would come set up their stuff, but then it would be next morning before they even started cooking. And we're like, how are they doing that? And then one day we just decided, hey, let's try that out one day. And we got a Lang smoker, and we started competing in events, cooking hot and fast, and we saw that we would win just as much and place in just as many events doing it that way. And we thought it was a little bit easier process because it's not taking 10 to 12 hours. It's taking 5 to 6 hours.
So when it comes to barbecue, there's always rubs and sauces. So tell us about the rubs and sauces that you have here.
All right. Well, we have our own Hopeulikit rub that we make here in-house. All of our sauces are made here in-house. The rub is a very simple rub. It's a mix of paprika, salt, pepper, some garlic, sugar, and we use it literally on just about everything we do. And it provides a great flavor to all the meats that we cook. And it's something that we make up on a daily basis. We have to make it up on a daily basis.
Well, I was just going to add that just about everything, including the sauce and the rubs, came from Matt testing and improving on his recipes through the competition. So when we say that what we do here is competition quality, basically everything we do, from how we cook the food to those sauces and rubs, came off him winning competitions using this product.
Yeah. So it's proven sauces and proven rubs. It's not just that our customers like it, but they've been proven to win on the barbecue circuit.
Okay. So you guys serve a little bit different style than a traditional restaurant. Can you talk about that?
Go ahead.
Well, that was another thing that when we started talking about doing this restaurant, that Kelly had mentioned that from Matt's restaurant that we should do a Texas style restaurant, serve it Texas style. Market style. And so Kelly's been out there. He went on a trip out there. But basically the difference is you're not coming in and placing an order and someone going back and fixing your plate. You come through, you get in line, you order all your meat by the pound, your brisket, your pork. Obviously your chicken and things like that are going to be about, a half chicken, but you basically get what you want, a quarter pound, half pound, a pound, and you pick your side, your dessert, if you want one, drink, and you go seat. And so that's the main difference, I think,
Right. And so that helps us control the portions a little bit better. It helps us know exactly how much we're spending and things of that nature. It's just a more efficient way to serve the barbecue. And
it's quicker.
Yeah, it's quicker. The people go through the line, they sit down, they're not having to wait on somebody to bring it out to them. And so they can come, get in the line,
2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3
you're at
minutes,
the
and they
table.
can order there. Either can sit down inside the restaurant or at one of our picnic tables, or they can take it with them.
You can expand on the pressed sandwich.
Yeah.
Where we got that from.
So yeah, all of our sandwiches we use a press. So we make up the sandwich depending on, we have a small and a jumbo size sandwich. The main difference is just the size of the bun and the amount of meat that goes on the sandwich. And we use a panini press, if I pronounce that right. And so both sides of the bun is toasted. And so we'll make up the meat, we'll put it on the press and press it, and the juices just kind of get into the bread, and it holds together very well. And that
It's been a
toasted,
hit.
it's been a hit.
That was
People
big
love.
in Waycross where Kelly.
Originally, there's a place in Waycross called DK's Barbecue, and that's how I kind of grew up eating barbecue sandwiches. Was they would press it on their press, and I just always thought it made a great tasting sandwich. So that's what we do.
It's
here.
another unique. There's no one around here. We're pretty well the only ones doing a pressed sandwich. So it's another little thing, and I think people, once they got used to it, has really been a hit. The pressed sandwich. So
What are your earliest memories of barbecue?
my earliest memories of barbecue is one of the very well-known barbecue joint here in Statesboro, Vandy's. Just the thought that if you live in the South, you can remember. You know, I couldn't tell you the first time or going on Saturday to eat a hamburger, but you can remember going to the local barbecue joint and eating their barbecue or bringing it home, and the Brunswick stew. So I think barbecue here in the South is something that, like you said, there's a lot of foods that I couldn't remember, but I can remember Saturday is when we went and got barbecue. So even going back as far as being, a small boy, Saturday you went and got your barbecue. So that's kind of my going back that far, just loving to eat barbecue.
Well, thank you guys for having us out here. And we are going to go head out to the pit house and to the kitchen and check out the product that they're making here.
These are turkey breasts. Basically what they do is they take 4 or 5 turkey breasts, and they take one big skin, and they wrap it around so it looks like one huge turkey breast. And I have 2 of them in here, so they usually weigh about 10 pounds each. Not done yet. What I want to do, parts of it are, but turkey, you want to be around that 165 area. So right now we're a little short, so what I'll do is rewrap it, and I'll put her back on the pit. She probably be done in 30 minutes tops at this point. I like cooking pans. The reason why, I got 2 Boston butts here. It's a whole lot easier for me to take that pan and put it on, take 2 butts off, versus wrapping individually. Not I'll tell you what, she is close. I'm gonna put her back on. I like to carry it just right over 200. I could take this one and put it in a Cambro and she would be fine. She would get there, but since I got other ones on, I'm gonna put it back on. Now this one being on the top rack, heat rises, so it's hotter up here. So this lets me know the ones on bottom aren't done yet. So there's no need for me to go through and check all of them. Like this will probably be done 20, 30 minutes tops, and that'll be done. Basically, my Boston butts, my timeline is 6 hours. So, yeah, and it hasn't been that yet. 5.5, 6 hours I can barely have them done. And Boston butts is another meat that If you go over, it ain't gonna matter. It's just gonna spread, and you can't really overcook it unless you're like in a competition. But restaurant will really pulling it for sandwiches. You really can't overheat.
All you're doing is looking for the grain, because you see how that meat is running that way?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to move too much of it. But you can kind of just have to see which way that meat, that string right there, that meat is, that's that grain. And so what you want to do is I'll trim a little bit like that. What you want to do, so I see the grain is running that way.
Show them the flat and the.
That's right. So from about here up is what they call the flat, which is more your lean end of the brisket, and this is your point, which is your fat end of it. So you're going to get most of your slices off of the flat end of the brisket. You know what you normally see if you went in a restaurant. Now you will in Texas. Kelly can tell you more about that, but you'll have a lot more people out there that will ask for more of a fatty piece. We found here, most people that don't know as much about brisket they'll want their cut off the lean off this end. So what I'll do is I'll start on this end with about a 1/4 inch. And I'll just slice it all the way. What you'll do, I'll have to slice it until I get to that other muscle. You start getting into what I'll do is I'll take this over here. And what I'll do, we do it a little bit different because we've just more or less learned our customers what they want, not more what traditional cutting of it is, but I'll separate that part from the point. What I'll do, you can see now you can really see the grain. You see it running that way. So I'm still cutting against that grain, and I'll just keep getting slices off of that.
Here at the table, and we have some delicious food in front of us. So guys, what is in front of us?
All right, this is just a feature of everything that we do. We have some sliced smoked brisket, some burnt ends. This is our smoked turkey. This is our 3 ribs. So we cut all of our slabs in portions of 3. So it's 3 ribs, our smoked sausage, and our pulled pork. And then we have a platter of our sides, our coleslaw, our potato salad, which is it's a loaded potato salad, so there's bacon bits in there as well. Our Brunswick stew, macaroni and cheese, baked beans, and then to top it all off, a good homemade banana pudding. Okay. And this here is our sandwich. This is our barbecue sandwich that we press on our press.
Okay.
So dig in, see what you think.
Where should I start? What should I pair with the sauces? What's the best combination?
Well, I think the brisket kind of stands alone by itself. You don't even need any sauce, I don't think, with the brisket. The burnt ends already has our sweet and tangy sauce on it, on the burnt ends. The pork, I like to mix the mustard and the vinegar sauce together on the pulled pork. I think the turkey stands alone by itself. The ribs goes really well with the sweet and tangy. So
you could try the white sauce on the turkey if you.
Right, yeah, and we don't have our white sauce out here on the table, but we could get some of that.
If you want to try that.
Sure, I'd love to try some of the white sauce.
All right,
thank you,
we can get some of that over here to you. But yeah, just dig in and see what you think of everything. What do you think of the brisket?
The brisket, it's really tender. It has a little bit of kick to it. I imagine that's the black pepper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we do cook it traditional Texas style brisket. So it's a kosher salt, pepper mix, and then on top of that we have our Hopeulikit rub. And here's our white smoked sauce.
Okay.
Goes good with the turkey.
Additionally, we
I don't know.
a lot of times
what he got.
we'll provide a 2-ounce cup of au jus with that. If you were eating with bread,
Yeah.
so you could put that with bread and dip it in that au jus. Do we have au jus?
I think so. Matt can get us some
Thank you,
au jus
Matt.
sauce to go with that.
Okay.
That's the burn ends there.
The burn ends, and so and you said this already has the
Sweet and tangy sauce on it.
sauce. Those are really good.
Melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
And that's from the point side of the brisket. So we'll take the point of the brisket, we'll cube it up, we'll and then heat it back up with we'll put our seasoning on it, heat it up for an hour, hour and a half, pull it back out, and then put our sweet and tangy sauce over it and put it back in for another 30 minutes. And when you taste them, they literally do melt in your mouth.
Yeah. Now, can you use the point for anything else other than the?
Well, a lot of times you can slice the point and serve it
Yeah.
as well. And
Okay.
sometimes we do that. We'll have parts of the point that you can buy sliced as well.
It makes we found the point makes a real good sandwich.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good. to
A little
put
fat on
sandwich.
it.
Yeah.
It makes a real good sandwich.
It has more of the fat in the brisket is found in the point. But when you cube it up and make burn ends, it turns out really well.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try some of the turkey, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's smoked turkey breast. We do that every Thursday here. So Turkey Thursdays. And since we've been doing it, we've got a following now. They come exclusively on Thursdays just to get that turkey. What you think of that?
That's really good. It tastes like turkey, but it doesn't taste like turkey. I
Right.
don't know how to describe it. It's a wonderful experience.
Well, good.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Well, that's what
Thank
we
you.
want. We're trying to create
Absolutely.
wonderful experiences here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I gotta try the.
Yeah, try the white sauce, the white smoke.
Okay.
And that again, that's all of our sauces. People like certain ones, but we have people that come in and they exclusively want the white smoke.
So what's
So it's a mayonnaise-based sauce with a little bit of twang, a little bit of kick to it.
okay? Well, you never really taste mayonnaise, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like the white Alabama.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly
kind of
right.
White Alabama
Exactly
sauce, correct.
Yeah, but it has a nice finish to it, a much more smokier finish.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
White smoke.
Yeah. So excellent.
Okay.
All right. So what's next?
Well, you could go to the potato salad, which is
All right.
another very popular potato salad. It's ranch mayo-based potato salad with bacon bits and red potatoes.
Well, the potatoes are really soft.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a little different.
A little different, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a traditional, maybe mustard-based type or hot potato
Yeah,
salad. It's a cold
yeah.
potato salad. But we get a ton of compliments on it. People love it.
Yeah. We have the beans.
The beans are traditional baked beans with some pork in there, a little bit of brown sugar, some barbecue sauce, and we put them on the smoker.
Those are good.
Yep, that's a good baked bean.
Yeah, especially when you add the pork that we
Yeah, we
cook
put a
in
lot
there.
of pork in it.
That really adds a lot of flavor, a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
That's
to
true
the
pork
beans.
and beans.
Yeah.
And then your
It's
banana.
fresh made banana pudding right here. It's got real bananas, real vanilla wafers. But it's a great way to
Just
do
a
it.
simple
Barbecue.
southern dessert.
Yeah.
Nothing real fancy, just something to complement a little sweet with you.
With
Your barbecue.
This is really great food, guys. This is really amazing food.
Hey, we appreciate y'all coming out. Just so thankful that we can be a part of what y'all do.
Yeah, absolutely. We're glad you enjoyed it. We're glad you came here to do this, but we're glad you enjoyed the food too. So, and that's what we're about.
We hope you like the barbecue.
We hope you like it. We know you will.
We know you will.
There
That's
you go.
our catchphrase.
It's a good catchphrase. It's a good catchphrase. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for coming. I'm gonna finish eating this food, this delicious food in
Absolutely.
front of me, and I will catch you guys in a little bit.
Want more Tales from the Pit? For extended content, in-depth coverage, and behind the scenes, get connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and Podbean.
Today we visited Hope You Like It, where we learned about the hot and fast method of barbecue. We sat down with Kelly Lee and Kelly Anderson, who told us about their method, as well as their unique line serving style. I want to thank you for watching Tales from the Pit, and we'll see you next time.